Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is my year-end in a review. Okay, I have missed y'all. I haven't been doing any video since I think the day before Christmas, maybe like New Year's Eve. Not New Year's, Christmas Eve. But it's been a minute. Okay, I have been relaxing and resting and chilling out and getting my rest in and everything and chilling like a villain and whatnot. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the people watching now, to the folks who be rewatching later. Okay. But yes, let me show you. I'm here where I'm at. Hi, everybody. Okay, I hope everybody had a great holiday, a great Christmas, and whatnot, or whatever you celebrate. Whatever you celebrate, I hope you had a great that. Okay. We know New Year's is coming up and whatnot. Okay, look, I have literally been. I was supposed to be live yesterday, and I was like, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like talking. I ain't got nothing to say right now. So I stayed in the bed and watched some TV. I put up some clothes. Okay. I ate some good food, had a good time and whatnot. But I just been trying to enjoy this time off because I feel like next week, was it next week? Yeah, next, because I'm back to work on the 4th. So once I'm back at my regular job, once all the shows come back and all the gossip stuff starts to happen, I'm not going to be able to sit around and just enjoy peace and silence. Okay. So I miss y'all dearly. Okay. Because I'm like, I don't never not post. Okay. I don't never not post. So it's been weird for me. But again, hi and stuff. Okay. Now y'all know to make sure to do a couple of things. You said make sure to subscribe to this channel, JayLeesCorner. If you are not subscribed already, make sure to subscribe. Okay. To my secondary channel, it is Corner Talk. A video will be out on January 1st. Okay, for at least Corner Talk, I already have it recorded. Okay, it's already set to premiere on the first. Well, not set, but it's done. And when I so make sure to subscribe to that channel because for the beginning of the year, I want to have both channels actively with content on there consistently. Okay, y'all know these things here to be liking, okay, and commenting because this is the conversation. If you are here, conversate. I know that ain't a word. Comment in the comment section to have a conversation. Okay, share the video, share it on your social media. Share me with those that you know who don't know me. Okay, hit share. They can share to Twitter, they can share to Facebook or whatever. Share to a text group. I don't care. Share me with people you know so that I can get to 30,000 subs soon. Okay, y'all know to relax, to relate, to release. Center yourself and everyone around you, and always inhale and exhale because it helps you not want to punch people in the face or whatever. Okay, and y'all know follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner. That is on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, CashApp too. Okay, yeah. The panel was back next week. Is it next week? Let me look. Yes, next Thursday, the panel was back. It's going to be on Bonnie Blue's channel. So the Thursday, the 6th of January, we are back for our season 3. So make sure to tune in for that too. But this is about what's the 2021 year ends in a review. The things that happened this year, it was a lot. Okay, a lot happened this year. Some stuff I forgot about. Okay, but hey, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey. Okay, hey everyone. Okay, hey everyone. I've been looking. I have been looking forward to it too. That's why I didn't move it. I didn't push it back. I didn't make it earlier or nothing. Okay, but hello to everyone who's popping in. To people who watching later. Hi to all y'all. I love the new graphics colors. Thank you. I worked really hard on my new waiting room intro. Little sample. I have to always do a little sample because not all the people be in here when they be playing. So I love the new intro. I love all my newness or whatever. So thank y'all for noticing it because I'm saying we create what I create. Me and I know the ladies do. When I say we, I mean like the panel us. We create our own graphic. We don't pay no. That's us. we did that, okay? So thank you, okay? Hope y'all had a good. I hope everybody did too, okay? But hello, okay? I'm trying to, scroll on down to see who was all here because y'all know YouTube sometimes takes some time letting folks know that we are live. So we take about 10 minutes to just say, hey. I am drinking water because I went and got the first shot for the vaccine. And when I'm done, I'm drinking water today, because I don't want to die. Okay, we miss you too. Thank you. Look, yes, okay. And sometimes we need our break, but I am back. I ain't put lipstick on, honey, and I don't know when. But yes, hello. See, single life. Look, you're single. Look, if you're not married, you're single. So I'm single. Okay. But yeah. You work really hard and deserve time to chill. Thank you. And I gotta catch up. I still have to watch 90 Day Fiance to get some reviews out. So I still have things to do between now and the 4th, but I'm not rushing to get everything done like today or tomorrow. I probably will be last tomorrow too, but again, that's that. Single life is amazing. Yes, we are ready for 2022, manifesting great things around here. Yes, please, so much. Okay, sometimes it's good to just do nothing. It's good for honey. Okay, I rarely get a chance to just be in my bedroom all day and just scroll social media, not think, take a little nap. Okay, do a little shopping. And so just to do nothing because I know for a fact soon I'm not gonna have time to do nothing. So I'm like, yes, and yes. Hey, ma. But yes, hey, hello. See, did anything really happen? What I heard Tyler showing off his body on the shade room? Do you think, huh? Tyler Perry? I mean, I believe that man be. But hey, y'all. This yes. So I'm like, what did he do? What happened? That'll be look, whatever is going on in the blogs of current stuff will be what I will talk about tomorrow afternoon. So come back tomorrow around 4:30. I'll do a live then to chit and chat about some of the foolishness going on and whatnot. Okay, not new to your channel, but new to your life. Hey girl, hey. Okay, happy holidays. Love your show. Thank you. Okay, I like the old intro too. Well, thank you for that. I did that one too. I did them all. Okay, I'm a little torn. It's okay to be a little torn. It's okay to be a little torn. Yeah. So it's okay. Okay. What made you? Because like my mom and my sister, my nephew have it, and I'm the only one who does not. So I was like, let me get it over with. But I do not plan to get the booster. And plus, I feel like with my job, because I'll probably be forced. Not what will be forced. If it becomes a mandate, I would end up having to get it. So this way, at least it was my decision to get it before the mandate goes into place. But I don't want to die either, and it's an extra layer of security for me, even though I'm going to still fully wear my mask. Okay, because again, getting the shot does not mean that you should not wear your mask around other people. Okay, so I got it just because it's an extra layer of protection, but I also feel like it's everyone's choice to do what they want to do. I'm saying it was my choice to get it when I chose to get it. Okay, but that was really it. Love the realist. Love the show, the realist YouTuber in the game. Thank you. I try to be. Okay, I try to be all the time. Okay. This show was a hot mess. We definitely have to get something to get into. Now I could not get everything because there was things I forgot that happened. Okay. So again, once I finish my little list, anything that y'all remember that I may have forgotten, we could talk about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really gonna talk about that. I'm saying do what you want to do, and that'll be on you. Okay. Yes, the theme song has not changed. The theme song is still Karla's song. I know y'all used to love the Love and Music song, but because of copyright stuff, I had to change it from that. But the music will always be Karla's theme song for that. Okay. So yes. Okay. But now when it's been about 10 minutes away, we got 85 people. We will get into the themes. Hello. we'll get to things that I thought was going on this year. So the first thing that I feel like was a huge thing for 2021, it happened at the beginning of the year. It was the whole insurrection that happens at the beginning of the year when these fools around here stormed the Capitol. Okay, now the crazy part about this happened the first week of January 2021. Okay, the first 6 days in, these fools out here fooling, doing foolish things on foolish times around here. And the crazy part is, while the story continued the full year, some people still treated it as not a big thing. I'm looking like they stormed the Capitol. How is that a big story? How is all these folks right here not in someone's prison, okay, getting slop or bread and bologna, okay, and little juices around here, okay? How, who, what, when, where, how, and why did all these folks live to tell the story of storming the Capitol? How does that happen? I was like, look, and we all said the same thing over and over again. Had these folks been real melanated, okay, a darker hue, okay, looking like me and you, things would have been looking way different, okay, round here. And it makes me upset that people underplayed this based on, there were no people like me or you, or what people, who look like me, you know what I'm saying, here. Now, the crazy part is we did have a couple of sprinkles of people who did go to jail and who were sentenced, but not enough people for me went to jail. Okay, honey, white people lean. Okay, that's because I was like, what? Who? How? Yes, it started off the year crazy. Cause I was like, am I watching? Y'all see this shit? Did you see this shit? Do you see this shit? Does anyone see it? I was like, I see it, and I was confused because I was like, what happened to the sentencing? I only know maybe like 4 people who were actually sentenced, okay, and then that was it. And I was confused. Okay. I was like, why did it happen? Not the picture, because this was they could look. If these folks had been melanated, okay, kissed by the son of the gods, okay, looking real good and melanated, they would have been, pulled down from here. No one would have been able. The only reasons they would have gotten pictures was to get the evidence to put us up underneath the jail. Okay, I had to show the white folks doing white things up a white wall to get to who the white people. Okay, that's what was happening. Okay, sounds about right. Okay, because I was like, facts upon facts upon facts. Okay, yes. Okay. This, not enough of them. It was so many people doing things that did not make sense, and we all watched it happen live in color, in video, in photography, okay, in our face, okay, in our face. And I was like, they really out here white people in. Okay, how did it happen? They didn't even get much time for that. Not much at all. Oh, not much at all. Okay, I'm in Canada, and it shook me to my core because I was like, "What's next? If they're allowed to do that, what else will people be allowed to do?" They'll say, "Oh, it was nothing. It was." They were upset. They wanted to go to. They were asking for a manager. Manager, can I speak to the manager of the U of the S of the A, please, manager? Are there any managers here? We're going to scale the wall. We need a manager, please. In aisle 3. I was like, no, it would have never happened had they been a bit more. Okay, yes, this is a big deal. Then what will these people do next? It's scary to me. I live in Arizona. They walk around with AR-15s. Honey, I'm not coming to Arizona. Okay, can't do that. Okay, I was watching that work, and one of my white one of my white coworkers was silent, was one of the rest of us, because some white people don't want to show if they agree with what's going on, or if they're so embarrassed, they don't want to be the cause of you cussing them out. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be, conscious of what kind of white folks you're around, okay? And at my job, I don't recall anyone speaking about it openly, but I know for a fact there are many conversations probably going on in little pockets of groups or whatever. I'm not getting that's on them, okay? One man got 7 years last week, which is really light for this. Honey, 7 years, like 2 days, because he's going to get out in a year and going to have 6 years probation. You know, they send this Black Lives Matter activists and water protectors to more time, and that's the crazy part. Zipped, it was somebody took Nancy Pelosi's mail. You were in Nancy Pelosi's office with your feet up on her desk. I was like, bruh, that's breaking, entering, that's attempted kidnap. It's all kind of things that happened. That was like, what, on site, okay. Was on the wall and look at them at the cat. You know what I'm saying? Climbing the walls. Okay, climbing all the walls around here. So to me, January 6th was not only a big, day or a big event for this year. I feel like this will always come up later on down the line because we not gonna forget. We will not forget because we always get blamed for things, and we get blamed for things. We ain't even I get into this. I wasn't even there. I was at home. That was y'all insurrectionists. Okay, that wasn't me. That was on y'all. Okay, so the next thing that I think happened this year that was a big topic, okay, it was discussed throughout the year, is T.I. and Tiny, okay? Now, T.I. and Tiny, okay, who at that point in time, early in the year, were shooting their reality show on VH1. It was a successful show, too. It was into like season, I don't know, they had seasons upon seasons upon seasons, okay? And they were shooting the show still. And the girl who used to be their friend came out and was fussing because T.I. was speaking about things going on in Atlanta. And, how can you let somebody like him be speaking out about this, about that? That's crazy. Oh, my signal low. That's crazy. Why is it him? Why isn't it somebody else or whatever? And from that conversation of, why he's speaking out, to the girl, I think it's Sabrina, who then came out and said he out here, putting guns to people's heads or whatever. And I was like, oh, he did what? And it went from him, doing that to her then said, and he be out here, drugs. I was like, oh, now he what? So the whole mess of T.I. and Tiny, popping stuff in people's drinks and popping toes, and my signal is low, popping toes in people's vagina. It was all kind of crazy that went on, to where their VH1 show was basically canceled. Okay, it was canceled, and I was waiting for the show to come back on. It was basically canceled. Then different sponsors, all they got real hush. More, why's my signal? More women were coming out saying, "Oh yeah, me too this and me too that." Okay, we had people filing charges in different states around the country. Okay, we had different accusations all around here, and I'm like, oh wow. I was like, it was not, that's a lie. Yeah, but it was craziness to me the whole time, based on the fact that most of the allegations that came up about T.I. and Tiny were all alleged. There was never any hardcore proof, but there was enough scuttlebutt of it to make it seem like they was out here doing some things. Now, the thing about it was T.I. and Tiny both kind of admitted to whatever we've done with other people within our marriage was all consensual. Okay, neither was ever forced or this or that. So there never was really a ending to it. The couple of lawsuits and charges that were filed were all either was dropped. So nothing really came from it. However, it was weird that their reputation in the industry was like, oh, y'all a little bit freaky. Okay. But it's like, but was it consensual freaky? Or was it, forced freaky? That's what we did not know. And I feel like people don't get that when somebody puts out a rumor, be it true, false, or indifferent, but when a rumor goes out there, it stays. Okay, it does not go away. And I think they kind of stayed quiet for a while to, make the information, not the information, but make the stuff die down a little bit. Like if we just don't say anything, let the lawyers handle it. Now we've seen a little bit of conversation between, T.I. with some albums or whatever. We also seen Chicano got involved too. And then she was fussing with people too. And I'm like, girl, what are you doing? But people kept getting involved, okay? And I still feel like nothing really came from it. I'm saying I feel like it was all accusations, but like no one was found guilty. No one ever put forth any hardcore proof, but it was enough conversation to think something happened, okay? And their defense was always nothing was ever forced, okay? When I was young, my mama grabbed and cornered me in the Vegas. What? Honey, okay, so that's somebody else's. I try to not. I can't put out any information here. Okay, any comment someone says is not me saying shit. Okay, that's them. Okay, look, can't do it. Okay, hey, diva. Not a fan of intelligent adjacent dude, but they took away most of it. They did, and this is the thing about it. I do feel like. I always feel like when you accuse someone of doing something, it's just like who you believe. And I don't believe that all of the females who came forth were lying, but I also can't say all the people coming forth were fully being honest about what happens. And I can't say that T.I. and Tiny were ever fully honest about what part they played and maybe not paying attention to if someone really wasn't into what they were into. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like, the accusations really did take away them being able to easily make money. Because again, they both kind of just get real quiet. Show canceled, that was really, even when when Tiny did Versus, it was like, oh, will T.I. show up? Will they boo her? Because it was all of those things going on. But it was a lot of conversation that never, in my opinion, amounted to any real charges or any real accountability on either part, the accusers or the accused, because it was like this really hurt females' words against theirs. So, didn't it come out that it was a lie, or did I misread something? I don't recall anything being said that it was a lie. I do recall it coming out that most of it was, accusations, and it was not enough proof to move forward with any kind of real cases. So that's the point that was kind of right. It was kind of crazy. But y'all know with most cases like these, and I'm not saying certain words that I get flagged, but in cases like these, it's hard to have proof because usually there is no proof. You know what I'm saying? So I never want to say if there's no proof, it's no facts that it happened, but I do feel like to bring forth a case, you have to have some kind of proof besides this is what I said happens. And that's the hard part about any situation like these. We can't assume they're innocent or guilty because it's like it can go either way. Something came of it. They lost the show. They did, and I like the damn show. But I like the show less from T.I. Tiny. But I like it was both Toya's on there. Okay, it was Monica was on there too. So I felt like they also lost the bag based on these two and their shenanigans, and stuff. I know they relive the coverage and rumors of die down. Being freaky is one thing and not a major thing. I hope no one was hurt. Right. And I think that's what I always said from the beginning is I don't know if it's fact or fiction. What I do know is people have a right to say if they feel that something happened to them They have the right to speak on that. However, who you speak on also has the right to say that ain't what happened. Because we can't act like on both sides that accusers do lie, but at the same time, so do assailants. So again, it's the catch-22. But again, this is definitely a huge story this year. Shekinah, right, won her own bag, okay, because she kept inserting herself in trying to defend Tiny and T.I., and then her and Tiny kind of got beefed out. It's like y'all friendship kind of, broke apart because either she kind of talked too damn much and oversteps, or she knew truth and Tiny wanted to cut ties with her. But I'm like, girl, I don't know. All I know is anyone who does something to hurt someone else needs to be punished and needs to be, held accountable for that. At the same time, if anyone lies on someone and says they did something they did not do, that person should also be punished because again, you can't take accusations back once they're out in the atmosphere. Okay. And I'm like, because again, T.I., they were accused of stuff. Trey Songz this year was accused of stuff a lot. Okay. So again, even with Trey, more stuff happened with Trey than these folks right here. Trey stuff was like recent shit. This is all old stuff from, maybe like, 10 years ago. But again, I'm like, people out here just doing things for no reason. And I'm like, for why y'all doing this? Okay. Hey, beautifully Coy. She got us back on the network. T.I. and Tiny got fired from us. She did really ruin her bag. She ruined her bag for a second. But she got back on, what she wanted. Okay. The opinions of the chat are not those of JayLeesCorner. Okay, not at all. Look, because this is the thing. When y'all comment stuff, if we put it up and someone else sees it as this, look, I don't do that. Okay. I want to keep my channel safe. Okay, safe. All try to drop. They were with them. Okay, with them. But let's see. The truth is in the middle and hard to prove when everyone was on. Very, very true. Okay. But this is the main thing to where you always should be aware of what you are willing to do. Because I'm going to say this, and this is not to touch on either side. I will say this. I can imagine someone meeting a famous people and famous people wanting, to have some fun. And a regular girl wants to have fun too. So they feel obligated to go along with what is being suggested. That does not mean they are being forced, but it also does not mean they are 100% on board with it, but it also does not mean that they're forcing people to do stuff. So you have to always be aware of what you are willing to do to have fun with folks, because once everyone is inebriated, things can go left, and then it's a blurry road of what did I agree to? I don't know. And then you're, you know what I'm saying? So like you should always be aware what you do not want to do. And to always try to have all your faculties with you, because if not, people could take advantage of you, and then you do not know, what you have gotten yourself into. And that is somewhere that no one should ever want to be, to where you went somewhere expecting one thing and you got something completely different. And that isn't your fault. It happened. But people who feel like, well, I didn't force you, you know what I'm saying? It then becomes a thing. Okay. So we're going to move on from these folks right here, because again, they have moved on too. But I do hope that no more new allegations come up, no recent stuff, because because it's like, okay, did you do it? I think you did. I think you did it. Okay. Now, something else that took this world by storm this year in 2021 was the Gorilla Glue girl. Okay, Gorilla Glue girl was out here named Teska Brown. Okay, Teska Brown was out here putting Gorilla Glue on her hair. Okay. And I felt like, girl, that is stupid. Mainly because it's the word glue. It's Gorilla Glue. You don't know what that means? Okay, so she made a little video showing how her hair was not moving and how she had ran out of whatever gorilla snot, I don't know, whatever thing that they'll wear now. She ran out of one thing, okay, and she decided to use the Gorilla Glue, which is glue that permanently glues things down. It has nothing to do with hair. It's glue for like, stuff, things, not people. And so she went around here and glued her hair down. Yes, like a dummy, like a whole dummy. Okay. And then she had to have surgery. Then a surgeon had to mix a concoction together to loosen the stuff up from her scalp. Now, this is the crazy part. She got stuff out her hair. Okay. But still, I was like, what made you, right? Is it called a snot? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you use some grease and Eco Styler or on the honey? The last thing I would ever use on my hair is Gorilla Glue. My thing is I barely like using. I don't use anything on my hair that I don't know is for hair. Okay, I don't have anything in my house. I don't have no shampoo. Let me see if I can use a Dawn dish soap. Okay, to see what that goes. I'm like, no, I don't want Dawn dish soap. Okay, I don't want that. But I'm like, whatever. How in the world did you make a mistake like that? Was it a mistake or did she intentionally sub the glue for gel? I think she purposely did it and was maybe just too stupid to know your hair will be glued down to your scalp. I'm also a point to where I used to wear my scarves to glue down, not glue down, but like make sure that my edges is down soft. I want us to stop feeling like our hair has to be look like, you know what I'm saying, sandpaper down, to our scalp. Like, just let your hair be. Let it be, okay? Because if not, you're gonna come out looking dumb. Sorry, I'm not. It makes me, and not her hair. Honey, you fall because she recently dyed her hair, and I'm like, ma'am, you should not put any other chemicals in your hair for at least a year or two. Let your hair. What she should have did actually, when he got that, when she got the glue out, she should have shaved her head and started from scratch. But she did not. She wanted to save some of her hair to see what it would give. Okay, and when you tried to dye that, her hair started falling out because you can't do that. Okay, your hair is damaged. Okay, even the solution the doctor had to put together to make the glue come out. I'm like, girl, your hair not fully healed. Nothing about your head is fully healed. Stop doing dumb things. I'm like, cause you don't get no second surgery, no more GoFundMe's, nothing. Get out my face, okay? The Gorilla Glue was absolutely ridiculous. Her hair glue and glue products and water not even sold in the same year. I think she had the glue already at home, but I'm not. But you still had to know why you first bought that. Okay, it's weird. Her surgeon was trying to be on TV. He did answer. Oh, really? That's crazy. Okay. Now she's gonna wear complaining that her hair is always falling close because she keep doing stuff too. It's like you stupid. I wouldn't even put Elmer glue in my hair. I use Gorilla Glue for my kitchen table. I never understood this woman. No one ever did. Okay, it was foolish around here. Wonder what she googled to come to the conclusion that she should use that for her hair. She probably didn't Google nothing. Because it was stupid the whole time. How could she not feel the glue drying on her hands? It is similar to super glue. This is a story of 2020. People are losing it. It was just stupid. And I feel like when it first happened, we was like, is it real? Is her hair really? It wasn't until she went and had to have the surgery to have her hair. I was like, oh, she really glued her scalp down. I was like, girl, you just this. She just needs a ball fade for 2022. She really needs to start from scratch. A lot of folks don't get when you have damaged hair, you should cut it off. Cut off all the damageness because when you have damaged ends, it breaks to the follicles. So cut off the damage of the hair, and no matter how short it makes, your hair will grow back. Hopefully, okay. Yeah, some of our hair is too thick to be laid down super flat, and that's okay. Right. Because my hair, I permed my hair for years. Like when I was in like middle school until I haven't had a perm in, it's probably been like 7 years. What year is this? It was around 20, either 13 or maybe 2014 when I stopped perming my hair because I like my hair straight. And when my hair, my hair is curly, it's, coily. And so perm was just easier to not have to worry about, my hair being whatever. But at one point I was like, I'm just tired of perming my hair. And I just want to embrace my natural hair. So I'm like, now I'm like, it is what it is. But yeah. She should have known that her hair is not strong enough to dye it. She is weird. I think girl, she should not. She should not. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. I bet she Googled how to try that cheap crap out. It's ridiculous. She needs to start from scratch. Okay. They got this order for everything. What is this called? Foolishness. It's called foolishness. I think it's called foolishness. Get that Revere hair dryer. It gets your hair straight quick. I have to take a look. Here I just let it be. And plus, I don't like my hair on me. So I'm always on this. So my hair, like right now, let's tied up. Okay. But anyway, Tessica Brown, Gorilla Glura was definitely a hoax. I'm like, what? No. Was she on The View? She was on like talk show about her hair. Okay. Stupidness. Okay. Now, something else that captivated us all year, and I feel like it's going to come back next year. We're going to have it. But first of all, I need y'all to like the video. Thank you very much. Okay, so the next little thing that captivated us all year, okay, at least most of the year, a conversation for sure. Okay, it was a show I reviewed, but got on my damn nerve the whole time I was, reviewing it. Jocelyn's Cabaret. Okay, this show, in my opinion, became popular because of Big Lex saying double homicide. Okay, the girl was Aqua, who said that she was pregnant with twins and then had an abortion, and Lexa, double homicide. I was like, no. Okay, so from that one clip, Zeus knew exactly what they were doing playing that clip. Because look, I did not watch season 1. I had no notion to watch season 2 until I seen that clip. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be some foolishness around here, okay? And everyone tuned in because of that. Jocelyn really felt like she was a star, okay? And I was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. The girls were the star of this particular season. Season 3 is coming back. They're gonna be in Vegas, I believe. It comes out next month. Unfortunately, I will be reviewing it because it's such a horrible, wonderful, ratchet, debauchery-filled show. It's easy to crack jokes and like not take it seriously or whatever. You just watch it to watch it. Yes, a hot ghetto mess. Yes. And for me, it's easy for me to review hot ghetto messes because I'm mostly aggravated. So the review and shooting me is reading everyone for filth. So I will be reviewing the new season, but everyone and their mama was really discussing the season. Now we seen Jocelyn with Stevie J all the time, and never has any song she ever did make any of us want to repeat it, but do it like my B day. You know what I'm saying? Dude, baby, everyone loved that song. Now, like I have never played it in its entirety. I've only really seen it or heard it on the TV. But that song was even in the finale of Insecure. So while the show was a hot ghetto mess, the promotion of it was genius. Okay. everyone, liked it. I can't with this show. But Players Club, but see, Players Club was fiction. This is a reality show that's also fiction too, but it's the behind the scenes of it all. Okay, this show is what Bad Girls Club used to be. It's such a ratchet mess. I love it. Um, I don't know. I'm really waiting. Carlos King was interviewing with DJ Rudy Sky. He did say, the women are ready, but he did not come out and say the show's coming back. So we don't know. But I hope it does come back. We shall see. Big Les has a similar thing coming out. Do she? Where? I want to know. Do it like it's Cabaret, baby. Here, don't remix. I watched this one. It's somewhat. I think more people watch season 2 than season 1. She do stay cussing people out, and they also stay cussing her out. Okay. Is it mate? Is that you, maybe? I think that may be my cousin, but I'm not sure. I think because she just said, "Hey, auntie." So we shall see. I don't know if that's my cousin or not, so we shall see. But let's see, Jocelyn is just mean. Hurt people spread that hurt. I couldn't watch. The reason I like the season because the girls did not let her get on them too bad. Some of them got back with her. So sometimes you have to, get back with her crazy stuff. I'm like, girl, shut up. You too, okay? Happy reviewing this. Oh, I'm not. Well, I am because you don't really have to pay it. I don't need many notes. It's an easy video, and it's like just reading film, and that's really it. Justin had Justin's song on her, so she at least made that at the least. At the least. Thank you. I had a really nice Christmas. Okay, my 40th birthday is on the 16th. So I'm like, oh no, we all are ready for next season. Someone get this person out of here, block them out. That's to know nothing about an A count when teaching the. Jocelyn can't dance. Jocelyn is most of the women are strippers, so most strippers don't do an 8 count. So to me, it was weird that she would try to make them be 8 count dancers when that's not what they do, and she doesn't either. That's why she did not. She barely can remember her own stuff. But again, we are all ready for Jocelyn's Cabaret in Vegas. I feel like this season is going to be worse than last season because they see how much people like the foolishness, and that it was going to, make them. What is all the? You know what? I'm seeing all these bots, so I'm going to make the chat only available to those who are subscribers. Because again, if you're not a subscriber, I don't really care if you are commenting because you should be a subscriber. And this way, it should be easier to not have, the foolishness around. Yeah, okay. So yeah, any weird, just going to get them out. Get them out. Lunel said they were chasing pimps out the parking lot because a lot of them had pimps. Pimps and hoes go hand in hand. Okay, but next after this, I don't want to go too long. Okay, the next thing that I felt like was it was a headline grabber. Okay, it was things that we talked about. Okay, we loved it. What? We had the relationship coach Derek Jackson, who was caught cheating. Okay, he was caught out on Tasha K's channel, and his wife, who called herself, she was different. Okay, the fact that the mistress had all this evidence of him cheating, and I was like, but he out here giving advice like he's a happily married man and not cheating on his wife. How did that happen? Who, what, when, where, how, and why did he think this would not come out? And the weird thing was, they tried to get in front of it, and that didn't work. Oh, yeah, it was not the bonnet of salvation. Not the bonnet of salvation, honey. The bonnets. But it was weird because they tried to get in front of it or whatever, and they both had it live, and it was really, really bad, a bad connection. And I'm like, what is going on? Why you could not be out here being a relationship expert or coach and posting things on social media when you was out here actively cheating on your wife. Okay. And then it was showing how he was doing videos in his car, like down the street from the mistress's house. I was like, no, what? What? Look, I had never heard of him either. I had seen photos of him like on timelines of him saying, but I didn't. I never listened to him or whatever. So his face was for sure familiar, but I did not know who he was or what he did. Okay, but I was like, ooh, and the reason look, the reason I at one point felt for the wife, but then I did not was because she sat there. She sat there with him and kind of just was there, like I'm here. He's my husband. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with standing by your man. I get that. But not when he make you look a fool. Look, you can't have me on here looking foolish. And I think that was everyone's issue. Was like, she looked dumb. Because the bonnets. The time for it all, we didn't even know he was out here fooling everyone. Okay. They always seem super self-important and pompous to me. It didn't surprise me when this scandal hit. And it usually never does because men like to make us feel like they are holier than thou. And they would keep a whole wife from the public to make it seem like, oh, I want to protect my wife. No, you wanted no one to think anything differently if they saw you with somebody else besides your wife. And I think he hid the wife to be able to cheat easier because then no one could say, no, that man got a wife. Ain't he married? No one knew. So it's crazy that he lived basically a whole fake life because you can't be up and preach about how to be a good husband, a good man, if you were not that. And my thing is this, I'm not saying anyone has to be perfect, but a part of your speech should have been, because I was a cheater at one point. I cheated on my wife and had to be better. Anyone who could not admit the downfall of what they went through that helped them be better, you're fake. Because you can't preach from, oh, I have a perfect this, a perfect that, or I know so much. No, say how you know. I told him, well, I have lived a life. So I speak from experience. He never, to me, made that his thing. Say, I've learned from these mistakes. You can't admit your mistakes only once you're caught in your bullshit. And he was caught in his bullshit. Now, I don't know what has happened to him since then. I believe they are still married. Okay. The video when he was speaking in the third person with his own video, it's a definition of a narcissist. It was. And I don't understand how, because let me say this. No one's perfect. And people make mistakes. We know that for a fact. But my thing is how you come across once your imperfections come out, and how you speak on them. And when you mess up, be humble and say, you know what, I ain't perfect. I did it. But I felt like they were always in defense of making it seem like, well, what happened shouldn't matter because we still together. What happened should matter because she forgave me. What happened shouldn't matter because she's still sitting right here. And I feel like he used her as a shield and making it seem as if we should forgive him because she's right here. She's right here. And I was like, but sir, I don't know you. What I do know is you on some bullshit, okay? He gave good advice. I knew nothing about his personal life until this. To me, advice should always be rooted in knowingness. I can advise a pregnant woman who just gave birth to a baby how it feels to breastfeed. I can't advise that because I haven't lived that. So I feel like any advice someone gives, it should be from some kind of place of knowingness. And if you are preaching or giving advice based on love and relationship or whatever, that's fine. But you have to also say, I know how to speak on being a better man, because when I was unfaithful to my wife, this is what I had to do to become better. And I feel like he hid his mistakes to make it seem like I'm great. I'm this, I'm that. I'm this, I'm that. And I'm like, that was the bullshit. Yeah, she was an accessory, a prop. You know what I'm saying? And I think even after the fact, when she was doing her own videos, I was like, ma'am, what are you doing, ma'am? No, go sit down. Ma'am, no, don't do this. No, 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 no. Because I think her videos were also just in support of him. Because he's the husband. I forgave the girl, not me. Could not have done it. Leave me be. Okay. So I don't know where he is now or where she is now, but I'm gonna leave them be, leave them where they are, and get them out my face. Okay. So that was a whole huge story this year. Now, also, a huge thing this year was Kim and Kanye. Okay, I think it was next. Yes, Kim and Kanye. Kim and Kanye, to me, have never seemed like they were on the same page at the same time. I feel like he was always extra with it, and she like, oh, okay, that's just my husband. That's just my husband. So they never felt equally yoked to me. I feel like Kanye has always wanted Kim, because to him, Kim was a fantasy of his. Like, I would love to be married to her. I would love, and I think he never thought about what that would entail. I think she just liked Kanye. But I'm like, Kanye was or had been evolving from when we first saw him to who he is now. He's always been a complete evolution of himself. Yes, she was a trophy. I think they both were trophies to each other. I think Kim always wanted to be like, I want to have this successful relationship. I want to have this man who loves me. I want to be in love, love, love. I think they were together. She then got pregnant. Okay, and that was the whole thing. And so I think from the pregnancy, it was Kim's way of like, I have to make this work. I thought the Kardashians have always had a thought process of, even if the relationship is like crazy, because we have kids, we have to try to make this work. Courtney and Scott had them kids. Let's try to make this work. They could not make it work anymore. Chloe and Tristan, same thing. I think it was always a thing of Kim wanting to have this image of husband, wife, baby, family. However, the man you were with he's consistently evolving. Kanye would never be happy being one way. He always wants to evolve. And that does not mean that Kim is at fault or that he is at fault. I just feel like they were never equally yoked. And when she filed for divorce from him, okay, and even from her filing for divorce from him to him having a concert with Drake when he was begging, Kim, come home, please. I want to be with you, please. Even though she has moved on to Pete Davidson, and he's still like he recently bought a house across the street from Kim. Now, is that crazy stalkerish, or is that I want to be close to my kids? I don't know. What I know is Kanye is always evolving into someone a bit different. Okay. He was more so protecting his image more so that than having conviction about his own actions. That's what I want the wife to acknowledge. Oh, that's the people. Because I was like, what? She wanted to be and Jay. She could have, but I feel like the black community does not accept him enough for her and any black man to be, Beyonce and Jay-Z. I think people like, I don't dislike him. I don't. But Kim, to me, probably doesn't recently figured out who she wants to be. And when you have two people, because she's trying to conform to what he wants to conform a little bit to what she wants. No one's being authentic. And I think that was the downfall of their marriage. They never were authentic in their marriage from the beginning. Because she was a trophy wife and he was her black husband. And I feel like she always wanted a black husband. This isn't about his mental health status. This is about before any of that, they were not equally yoked. And neither of them were ready to be together in at all. Because even with his mental health issues, because of who she is and her image, she could never fully tame him, and for lack of a better term, because she would always think about what's best for my image versus what's best for his mental health. Because for his mental health, y'all should not be out here in these internet street. Like, y'all should be off the grid somewhere. Because when he has these episodes, it becomes so public. And sometimes this how Chloe and them, heal Lamar's addiction. I feel like Kim and Chris at one point or the other were trying to manage Kanye from a PR point of view, not from a what's best for him mentally, what's best for him that does not make us look like we're involved with someone who's manic. So for that reason alone, I felt like, and I'm not saying that she did not try her best to help him, but a part of that was rooted in my image. My image as a brand, my image as a TV star. It was, and Kanye didn't care because he's manic. He doesn't care. But I think we could have seen this happening from a mile away because Kanye has always been evolving. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird that no one saw this coming as much as I did. And I think Kim filing for divorce was her saying, I can't keep managing him and his manicness. I can't keep doing that because my image is based on me being out and doing things, but so I can't manage him because he's unmanageable right now. And Kanye was like, I am manic. I do have my issues, whatever, but again, you're my wife. I want you. So him consistently going after her would also be what? Bad for her image, which is why she filed a divorce. She's now dating Pete Davidson, someone who doesn't look like anyone she's dated before, but he also has his own issues. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she just took one step over from who she was with and just picked someone who happened to be white and who may be a little less damaging to her image. And she may like him. I don't know. But I never felt like Kim and Kanye would ever make it forever. They both were just like infatuated with each other. They have 4 beautiful kids, fine. But I always felt like at some point it would end. I always thought that he would file for divorce. Like, no, I didn't. I think I always knew it would be her. But I did not think he would be so gung-ho to keep begging her to stay. Because I'm like, he does. And that's why I said she took a side. She took one step over. Because Pete has his issues, but Pete also seems like he tries to manage them. And Kanye has shown that sometimes he doesn't care about managing his mental health because he feels more creative when he's, able to not be held down by his medications. So, that's what I think. Because that's my thought. Anyway, so again, they're getting divorced. We will see if it ever happens because it was a big, huge story in 2021. Let's see if in 2022 Kanye will allow this lady to divorce him or he gonna keep stalking her, which is crazy. Okay. Now the other thing that was also big this year, okay, was Meghan and Harry who came and snitched on the whole royal family because they were tired of being basically targeted and harassed and just being they were just, I won't say tortured, but I do feel like Meghan was made out to be someone who's going to ruin the royal family simply because she was a biracial woman from the States who was also an actress. Okay. and I feel a whole snitch around here. And I feel like they eventually got to the point where they had no choice but to leave, over there, come over here and just put it all out. I feel like nothing they said shocked me. I was not shocked that, the royals did not like her because of her color. I was not shocked they wondered how dark the kids would be. I was not shocked about anything they said. The only part that shocked me was that they said it. I think we've always known the royal family was was a bit on some bullshit. This look, this is the reason I feel like the royal family is so stuck in the old times, because Queen Elizabeth is 1,000 years old, and when the people in charge are all old people with old thoughts on how things should be done, there will always be these pockets of discrimination and we don't careness and you're not good enoughness. And I feel like William was groomed to be the king. I feel like Elizabeth is going to live to be 8,455 years old. I feel like Charles going to die before he go to the throne. I feel like Elizabeth is waiting until Charles passed away to give it to Harry. I really feel like Charles would never become king. So I think, William is groomed to be king. So for that reason, Harry was like, do whatever you want to do, Harry. Do whatever. So I think he held on to, I don't have to live that same life. And so he met Meghan and got with her, loved her, married her, got her pregnant. You know what I'm saying? They hated it because the top heads, grandma and grandpa and whoever else, still lived in the 1800s. Okay. Or the early 1900s or whatever. But Queen Elizabeth has been queen since she was a teenager. And not much has changed since then. So when you have someone who is holding on to the old values, well, you're going to have some things that's not going to be good. And not only that, the people around her, her son, her husband, sisters, cousins, or whoever else, they all have that same notion. Harry said, fuck y'all, I'm out. Oprah, what it do? And let me say what happened. I believe everything they said happened. I also believe it's 100 other things that they never will speak on because they don't want to ruin the dynasty of the royal family. But I feel like it's going to be 100 years from now when they will finally start, accepting how the world has. Queen Elizabeth is literally about to be like 200 years old. Can you imagine having to rule something since you were a teenager when, before, did they have cars back then? Were they on horses? I feel like they were. But again, it was a long time ago. Okay, a long time ago. And, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, boom. So Harry said, fuck y'all. I'm going to marry somebody who I want. Okay, all y'all. Okay, I'm like, I can't. So when the royal family tried to act, we weren't racist towards her. There was no, what? When there is no black people in the family, you're racist. Because in every family, someone at least dates somebody of another race. When no one in the whole royalness of it all, not a cousin, not an uncle, no one has anyone that's anyone other than white folk, British, or whatever, y'all racist. Yes. Asaurus. Okay. She's 9,400. She's very old. She's very old. You see, the husband died. That was sad too. We know that the husband died. You know, he was 100 years old. But I'm like, y'all was holding him up with sticks. Okay? I don't see how the queen is still on the throne. How? Because she's holding out because she do not want Charles and Camilla's old ass on that throne. Okay? She gonna outlive Charles. Period. The fact that she won't stand down, she like Charles, my son, fuck you, bruh. Okay? Fuck you and your wife, who I don't like, who I've never liked. Okay? So Harry and Meghan was like, we're going to be honest and say what happened. Okay? They don't like us because she black. We don't have time for that. Okay? What you want to do? Okay? What you want to do? Honey, everything. Okay? Everything is what it Not the husband so hard he would see through. Honey, look, when they showed a picture of that man and he was like on his way home from like I'm like, is he alive? He looked dead. What is happening? At certain age, don't be trotting me out around here. Leave me on my couch. Put on Golden Girls or Designing Women or Insecure or Girlfriends or Living Single or put on some show. Let me sit there. Don't try to have me out here riding around to show you I'm alive. I am dead. Okay, I am dead. And every time I see a thing of the queen, I'm like, did she die yet? No. Her, Queen Elizabeth and Betty White, them hoes don't outlive all of us. Okay? All of us. And I don't like it. Okay? Honey, I was like, no. Because I'm like, were they on horses? Did they have cars? I'm not sure. Okay? But I was like, they was eating pheasant. And they had goblets, like the goblet of fire. Okay? It was a long time ago. Okay? A long time ago. No one should be allowed to rule that long. There should be a rule. Once you hit like does she have a cell phone? Does she know about technology? Does she like do they go to the grocery store or do they use ships? Like I use ships, okay? I you know what I'm saying? Do they have who come deliver shit to their house? I'm just wondering. Do she know about new do she wear sneakers? Or she iron stockings, hosieries or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, in flats. Why she always in crowns? Why she always dressed for Sunday service? Okay, I'm just like, what's going on? What's happening? So I'm not surprised that they did not like the black princess. Oh, they loved what's the other wife's name? William and is it Kate? They love Kate white ass. Oh, but not Meghan. Not Meghan. No, not get out of my face. Okay. I was honey. They had dragons. Bitch. Queen Elizabeth had dragons at her birthday party. I'm pretty sure she did. Okay. I'm pretty sure bitch. Okay. Around here. Okay. Was it World War One? She's been around a long time. Okay. Her coronation is in black and white. Her coronation is literally in black and white. Okay. They will do the record. They do this with the recorder. Turn the camera. Let me stop. Okay. Either way I go, Prince Harry and Meghan's conversation with Oprah. Look, matter of fact, it was so huge. Their conversation got Piers Morgan out. She's a liar. Piers Morgan got fired. Was then made Sharon Osbourne talk shit. Sharon Osbourne then got fired and talk. So much happened. Then Sharon and Cheryl Underwood. You can't tell me, bitch. Don't tell me what I can tell you. Okay. So much happened from this right here. And you want to know why? Because Queen Elizabeth is 9,000 455 years old, and no one wants to let that shit go. No one. No one around here. Okay? No one. Okay? Girl. No, she said the pilgrims across the ocean. She did. Girl, I was like, bitch, think about this. Queen Elizabeth got married, had a cheating husband, all her kids. All of Queen Elizabeth's kids are grown and old. Their kids are not grown and older. The grandkids is getting older too. Okay, she outlived her old ass husband, her parents. Okay, her parents. Okay, Queen Elizabeth outlived anyone who even voted for her back then. Okay, she's the last left. She's the last one left. Okay. I'm like, it was bullshit. Okay. And I believe everything that Meg and Harry said. And I'm waiting for the rebuttal. Okay. Because look, this is my thing. I don't wish death on nobody. I do not. But when you are 9,450 years old, when she passes away, I thought everyone's it's gonna be snitching all. You know she wasn't shit. You know she wasn't shit. That they wait for her to pass away for the other folk to snitch on her. Okay, she Moses, Pharaoh, okay, all of them, King Tut, all of them, the Dalai Lama, all of them. Okay, all of them is who she dated. Okay. And she gonna outlive her son because of that reason. Okay, not before Christ. Look, her they was in the same class. Okay, her and Christ was in the same class. They graduated together, both in sandals. Okay, girl, she's very old. Just based on when she was first inducted to be the queen. To now, bitch, that was what, 2 centuries ago. She ain't got no cell phone. She don't know what DoorDash. Like, does she DoorDash? Does the queen DoorDash? Girl, I don't know. Let me stop. So I can just keep going. Look, y'all ain't shit because y'all making it worse. Okay, so let me get into something else that was crazy this year. Okay, let's get to Saweetie, and Quavo. Now, the reason this is a big story because Quavo gifted Saweetie a Bentley for Christmas in 2020. Okay, and then here comes 2021. Okay, and the video comes out of them fussing and fighting in the elevator. I'm like, not the elevator. And it was after they broke up. And I'm like, oh, now the footage is what. Excuse me. The footage is what. Oh no, y'all like the video. Like the video. Like the video. I be talking. Like the video. Okay, so the reason I have Quavo on Saweetie here is because these comments. Look, I had to move on past the queen because I'm like, when you just said it would keep going. I'm like, let me stop because I don't want to come after me. Okay. But the reason I feel like Quavo and Saweetie's thing was a big topic was because again the whole car situation, they had broken up, and then the footage came out. And it divided people because it was like, okay, was she the one trying to stop him from leaving? Was he the one trying to? It was like, what's going on? What's happening? What's going on? And I was like, see, this is the first time people said, look, watch out for what's happening because people be out here, goes. And then the footage come out and they not goes. Those fussing, fighting. all up in the elevator. And I'm like, yeah, you know, my sweetie's bald, not bald and ready. Comments on the click, you know, oh Lord Jesus. But it was weird that, honey, now she walked the Ari can run. Look, I'm gonna do a whole. We will be discussing Ari tomorrow and my gossip dads because I have things to say about her and her comments. Okay, but I wouldn't be surprised if they both had hot sex after the video came out. I think they were broken up by that time when the video came out, but I do feel like people were calling them goals, you know, and then the video came out like, oh, they're not goals. Oh, okay, what's going on? However, I think we have to remember no couple should be goals because you never know when anyone is going through when the cameras are not rolling or when they are rolling. Because the footage was like old, but folks like, oh, that's him, it's not him, oh, it's her. It was so divided between men and women about what happened with them, but I felt like she has her salon haircut. She really do all up and through. But I'm like, now she's more popular than him. I hear her name more than I hear his name, and I'm like, so did the video leak help her career? You know, because she's very much so, you know, that deal right now. And I'm like, wait, where we at? What's happening? I mean, give us an album, do something to make your name be back out here. But they were for sure shocking all of it. I'm like, because they swing on you. Don't be swinging on me. Don't do that. Leaked video is really the thing that kind of was 2021 thing. No reason for division, that was pure abuse. See? Everyone had their opinion on what it was, what it could be, what it should be, but they kind of let it die down, and then we kind of just did not hear nothing else about it. People stopped putting people's relationships on the pedestal like they aren't humans, like we are. Correct, because everyone had their moments, and it's like, honey, leave it be. Okay, I want to get to, because I did not want this to be as long as it is. The next thing I have is people passed away. No, look, I do think these were the two deaths that I can remember shocked me the most this year. And this was funny, not about them dying. But when I looked up, you know, famous folks who passed away in 2021, these were the two that I remember. I completely forgot that Cicely Tyson, who was 96, passed away this year. I was like, they lying. They lying. She not dead. I'm like Google lying to me. I completely forgot that she passed the Cicely Tyson. I was like, damn, because it was so much had happened all this year, and so I felt bad. Like, damn, her death slipped my mind, and it's not fair. But I do know that I probably said to myself, because she lived such a long life, I probably wasn't like sad when it happened. Because again, she was 96. Now, when Michael K. Williams and DMX passed away, DMX was 50. Michael K. was 54. Now, we also know, like, Biz Markie passed away too. He was 57. But these two shocked me because they both were drug related, and you just did not expect it, because, you know, DMX had the verses, you know what I'm saying? He was out here being happy and love with his fiance, whatever. And then even with Michael K. Knight, he was on all these great shows, and he was just getting to a point of being fully recognized for how talented he was. And so I was like, damn, I cried when they both died, but I was the most shocked because of the way they passed away. And for me, oh yeah, Debo. I think that was this year too. Debo, the dude from the Underground, whose name I can't think of right now, the Humpty Dance guy. Damn, the guy from Humpty Dance. is it called Humpty? I don't know. He passed away too, but so many people passed away based on drug related things. And I think there was like certain drugs were like laced or whatever, but just the amount of loss that happened this year, shock G. Thank y'all. Shock G. Because it was just like right, Easy Up from Friday. Okay. And it was just so shocking because it was like every month someone was passing away. And then at one point, I think after DMX, it was like really after DMX, every month it was someone like famous that we knew passed away from one thing or the other. But it was a drug. I was like, I didn't need. Just go sit down. Just stop. Just stop it. Don't no more drugs. But they will both be missed. You know. Yeah, he passed away too. That was this is December. That was probably like in October maybe that I heard about that. But it was just sad. Okay, just sad. Okay, but I wanted to just mention how we lost a lot of people this year. Now, to me, the biggest one of the biggest. I think this would be what's the top three? Was Porsha, Simon, and Dennis. Okay, mainly because I feel like Porsha and Simon, who kind of came out around in May, having Simon and Fallon, on them getting divorced like in around February or March. Then, the rumors of Fallon messing with Jaylen, and then seeing Porsha post this photo of her, Dennis, and Simon, and no one we kept like, why is Porsha hooked up on Simon? I think no one understood that she was with Simon until I'm like, she was Simon now? It was a huge story because it kept going. It was like, okay, she was Simon, this okay with it. And they was like, okay, Fallon and Jaylen, and then the back and forth of Simon and Fallon back and forth and whatever. And then Fallon being pregnant, Fallon having a baby by Jaylen, Porsha fully being engaged to Simon, then Porsha's show, which was a scheme that I guess they didn't think would go horribly wrong because Porsha's show has not helped any of us feel like she's better with Simon than by herself. It made it seem like it's just a bunch of bullshit. She does upside. She does. Because truthfully, they also look like Cordell. It was a lot. And it's like it's still a lot. And it's like I feel like Porsha wanted her. Porsha wanted us to feel like, well, Simon was getting divorced, so she was not with a married man. And no one kind of agreed with that being a thing. We all still felt like, well, no, you want bullshit. And the show, which they wanted to be this, well, look at how happy she is. Look at what really happened. It's like it didn't help anything. And I think I never felt like Porsha was a home. I never felt like Porsha ruined or took Simon from Fallon. I never felt that way. I never did. What I did feel like though was as soon as that man was out and single but married, it was just weird how quickly they got together and got engaged. And I know folks have compared Porsha to Nene, and I still feel like the only issue I ever had with that, Porsha moved on with someone who she knew the wife, had been in their home, and they weren't even divorced yet, and you're already engaged. So that made it seem like, things move pretty fast. Okay, too fast, in my opinion. But I'm like, look, right? I thought it was our mama's like, true. I think a lot of folks look. I just kept wondering. I'm like, why is her hand on Simon? It didn't click to me that she was with him. It did not click at all to me. Portia's life is for sure a soap opera. He looks like her dad. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like since they got together, she has done maintenance on him because he looks different. Porsha keeps trying to save face, but it damage everyone's perception of her even more. The show is definitely not helping her save face. And while I would never say she's looking for a father figure, I agree. I would never say that Dennis is this innocent, biased, or whatever. On the show, he does come off more likable. That does not mean him cheating on her was oh, it doesn't matter. But I'm like, he cheated, y'all broke up, but we now do see why you liked him. He's funny, whatever. So it's sad that her show has put Dennis in a better light than it has her and Simon. Because we like you and it really you and Simon. Okay, I guess her and Simon. The show was scheme ties up to come up with the bullshit for sure, and it did not work. Okay, I was like, Porsha want to, she's trying to get Dennis back. I could see that. I could. I don't know if she'll do that now, but the show does come off like I'm doing this to make Dennis feel like this is what you lost with me, and that's on you. Portia's relationship with Simon will bring her and Nene back together again. We're gonna go Nene later. Okay, I think she was sold a dream. It's become a nightmare. It's possible. I hope Porsha doesn't want to get back with Dennis. He is cheating on her when she's pregnant. It's unfavorable. True. I don't think this is. I feel like Porsha got with Dennis fast. She was pregnant with PJ after dating him for like 4 months. You don't know nobody after 4 months. You just don't. So I do think they got involved quick, got pregnant quick, and then Porsha wanted that life. And Dennis was not ready for that life. Now, that does not mean he had the right to cheat at all. But what I'm saying is, y'all tried something that y'all both weren't ready for. Period. And sometimes we have to get the man we want to be settled down with us. He may not want that. And because he does not want that, he's going to cheat on us. Because he ain't ready. And we have to let them go away from me as co-parents, but don't be with me, cheating on me, hurting me. And I think if Porsha let the nigga go and they just co-parented, she may have been less hurt by the fucked up things he did to her. Okay. But again, I still don't think that he should have cheated. But I'm like, we have to remember, some people aren't ready to be single, aren't ready to be settled down. And when they're not, they will cheat and it will hurt. And sometimes that happens with somebody who you've been with for a long time, but it can really happen when you're with somebody who you don't really know. Okay, but that's on them. People do what Nene did all the time. After we're not on Nene yet. I'm waiting on that. Porsha is mad at this because she still wants him, but he ruined it. True, because he did. Dennis 100% messed up being with her because he wasn't ready and he was mature and he was on bullshit. That's on him. And I feel like even though she's showing him I'm trying to move on, it's still not making him really want to be with her. He just wants to be with her because he feels like she shouldn't be with Simon. And I think that's what we're seeing play out on the show. But that's on them. Okay, that's on them. I was like, girl, but Fallon being pregnant by Jaylen and having a beautiful little girl, a beautiful baby girl. Okay, I'm like, everyone has moved on. But again, my notion was never that Porsha stole Simon or Porsha. I never thought that ever at all. But that what it was. I agree. He wasn't ready. They moved fast. And I think, but people said that to Porsha while she was with Dennis. Like, girl, you're moved fast. It was meet him, pregnant by him, engaged to him, let's plan a wedding. And it was like, no, let's calm down, slow down the red Corvette, and let it be. But again, the strangest fucking is what happened. Not speaking of, moving on fast. Okay, let's not. Porsha was not the only person who did that this year. Let's not forget J-Lo, who was engaged to A-Rod. Okay, for a while, engaged to A-Rod for a while. Her and A-Rod broke up. And a couple months later, maybe like 2 months, if that, she was back with Ben Affleck. So, oh, my arm hurt, y'all. So not only, was Porsha, I got shot this arm for my vaccination. So not only was Porsha moving on fast, okay, from a fiance or someone to someone new, J-Lo did too. She also moves fast, okay? Because to be engaged, to be married, to be with A-Rod for a couple of years, and wedding planning, everything, okay? Y'all then break up, and you get back with we was like, Ben Affleck? Well, J-Lo and Ben back together? Are you sure? Are you sure? So J-Lo moved just as fast. And I feel like as the black people we did not discuss this much because, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, how wrong was J-Lo? Or was she wrong? Because again, the engagement ended and she moved on to Ben. And her and Ben been together, the rest of this year. And I was like, I didn't want to say it, but I don't want to say it, but you can say it. Okay. But yeah, J-Lo did not let grass grow under her feet. Yeah, I don't think it was even 2. I think it was like a month. It was so shocking because I was like, really? I feel like because we heard rumors from A-Rod breaking up, and they said, "Oh, no, not true." They're working things out, and then it's like, "No, they are over." And I feel like so they're over before we knew they were over, and that's how she was already with Ben, and so her and Ben was like, "Okay, we together." Not J-Ho. I was too fast. I cannot. And what did she see in Ben again? I don't look. What did she see in Ben Affleck? I don't know that man. But I like Ben Affleck and Batman. I like that Ben Affleck. She gets so many passes. I don't give her passes. I feel like she completely just moves to her. She moved fast. But she is just like Porsha. It's just like the only difference was she didn't move on to someone who was already married. Okay, she moved on to an ex who was recently divorced. So I think that's the only difference in between her and Porsha. And I think again, people's issue with Porsha was you moved on to someone who we felt like was your friend's husband. It was your coworker's husband. Okay. But that's that. But again, it wasn't stolen. She always say being with her life. Look, J-Lo's album that she did when she was with Ben is a song called Dear Ben. And I feel like that could have been when she was the most in love. But again, when she was Ben Affleck back in the day, that's when paparazzi stuff got really, really bad to where they would be stalking and hounding people. That's when paparazzi stuff took off. So I do wonder if had they not been under that scrutiny, could they have been last? But it's like, do we even ask that question? Because J-Lo is, someone said, she dates, she's a serial dater. And she constantly has these relationships that she's in love, she moves on. So, I was like, we ignore her hop around because she's an A-lister. Do we ignore her hop arounds? Ben is an old drunk who doesn't deserve J-Lo. Oh, God. I think the little brain dwells in her, not her vagina. I don't. A-Rod is all the way straight. I'm not gonna do that. A co-worker, husband, and she has the baby. Those were my issue with Porsha, and I'm really iffy bringing me in our watch out. Me too. Like Common. Shut in. Like Common. Like Common. Common is the exact same way. The only difference is Common won't marry nobody. He would date you and have it be a serious relationship, but he won't marry you. J-Lo will marry you, and once you're done, she'll divorce you. So it is like Common. It really, really is. It really, really is. I believe he did, and I believe he went to AA or whatever rehab or whatever. So I don't know if he still has that, or if it's still an active issue. but he definitely was, you know what I'm saying, the sauce. She always she in relationships. She do, and I'm like, girl. But again, Porsha wasn't the only one who was out here being, you know what I'm saying, moving on fast or whatever. It was J-Lo too. Now, Wendy Williams, okay, was also around here in the news or whatever this year because, you know what I'm saying, it was her illnesses or whatever, her being on hiatus. The fact that she has been off, Wendy has been off her show for so long. I can't remember the last time we saw her on her show. And that is contributed to her. I feel like Wendy fell off the horse based on Kevin's foolishness that, happened in like 2019, 2020. And in 2021, I feel like she tried to get it together, but it never quite fit. It never quite got better. And it got worse and worse and worse. And I mean, just the downfall. And it's sad because I feel like no one wants someone who was on the TV show for like 12 years to, at the end of it, have this downward spiral based on whatever her vices are. Be that if she's been drinking, if she's been, cocaine in or whatever, I don't know. Or if it's simply because of her actual health. And I think people forget that as we all get older, things change. And so I think it was easier for some folks to just blame it on she used to be on drugs, so she must be back on drugs or whatever. And not that it could be that. No, she's really just going through it, like for sure. And so for me, I used to watch Wendy all the time, but it's the show just changed a little bit. And the fact that the show is still going, we have these guest hosts, that we don't have a time for me back until like maybe in February. But it's weird that she just had like a downward spiral for the show this season. And just forgetting names, topics live on the show. This is the thing this is the thing about Wendy's show. Wendy always has someone helping her remember things. This I don't think you will get when you are a pop culture person. It's hard to sometimes remember everything. So I think she's always relied on people to remind her about this, that, or this. And plus, she's also older. I'm like, for us reviewers, sometimes we will say the wrong name because it's so much info in our head. And so it's easy to forget this or that. But I do think towards the end, she was forgetting more because I felt like more was going on behind the scenes. Okay. I don't like Wendy, but I hope and pray that her isn't Deli. I want to make products. I do think Kevin cheating and that baby was the straw that for sure broke her sobriety's back because that was so hard for her to deal with publicly. But also, she knew about it a long time. It was until the baby situation that it made it worse. Was using again because it was rumored that her son was giving her tough love. I think they just want her to stay in whatever helping therapy situation she's in, and she may not want to stay in it. And that's what I believe they were telling her. The son was saying, you have to keep getting better, or I can't, do with you. But I'm like, I don't know. Wendy hasn't been right since she thought this is true. I feel like at that point they should have figured out what is the long-term goal. I do think Wendy could be great back in some kind of podcast form, but I also feel like she can retire because I think she's worked enough to where she shouldn't have to, she doesn't want to, or she's not mentally, physically, or emotionally, or just stable enough to handle it. Okay. I guess Kevin says weird. No, he has not. She's a legend. I feel for her. Her life really turned upside down. Hold this right. I wasn't holding it. And this is true. Her mom passed in the divorce. The fact that no one knew her mom passed, she dealt with that internally. Okay. And then even having to deal with the Kevin stuff publicly, it was a whole lot to deal with. But I think, she's a fight. But I do not want her to come back and try to do, 2 more. No, let her finish out whatever contract she has, because I don't want to force her to keep going just because. So I'm like, that part, I'm hoping, that does not happen. Jussie Smollett being found guilty, okay, of the hoax. The reason I think this is something big is because it happened in 2019. And so for the fact that the verdict did not come out until 2021, and we still feel like, well, was he guilty? I don't know. It's still a debate between if he lied or not. I think the consensus was, though, at the end of the day, he got found guilty and it's over. Okay, let it be over and done with. Because if not, it's like, girl, get him out of my line as Jussie. Okay, it was a mess, and it also had people torn because this year was the whole trial of it all. Evidence of it all. This thing's coming out, and folks still feel two different ways. I still don't know which side I fully feel because I told y'all the reason I doubted the whole thing was because I went to Subway. No one goes to Subway in the freaking polar vortex. They just do not. But I also feel like, was it fully planned? Was it fully his idea? So, but at the end of the day, I feel like he was found guilty. Let that be that. Okay, he's a whole liar. All I know is he was in a man on man, right? A man on man bathhouse watching. Okay. He wanted a fresh sandwich. He better cook one in the house. The truth is the truth is somewhere in the middle, because the fact that the brothers, or at least the one brother, would not fully admit they was having a full on sexual affair makes me feel like someone lied. Okay, someone lied. It was the whole thing was bizarre, in my opinion. Okay, I'm not gonna leave that be. I got two more things. I want to get into third trimester Tristan. To me, this year, I feel like all year there were rumors about him cheating. I think all year Khloe kept dealing with cheating rumors of him doing this, and she kept taking them back. And then, sure enough, like sugar to shit, third trimester Tristan got a third woman pregnant, third baby. Okay, he's always doing the foolish things, and I feel like he will forever be the third trimester person who will do dumb shit at the end and just fuck it all up. But I was like, Khloe don't want to leave that man. She wants him to be around for her daughter, which is fine. But again, let that man cheat in peace. Okay, let him cheat in peace and just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Now, the last thing I want to get to, okay, because I'm tired, is, well, first of all, y'all know to like the video. My arm is sore. The main thing that I feel was a big story or stories all year, Nene. Okay, Nene and her accusations against Andy, Nene losing Greg, Nene dating Yoni, and then being caught with little Timberwolf right here. Nene this year, had a whole year's worth of stuff going on. When the season ended of Housewives, and Nene was not coming back, Nene then accused Bravo and Andy and all the people around there of being racist, of discrimination, all these things happening behind closed doors, all the accusations, all of the accusation that came out, and she was a girl all on her lonesome saying what happened, to where now we don't even see Nene. Oh, my arm. We don't even see Nene on TV anymore, and that's the crazy part. That this is so stupid. That my arm is hurting. This is so stupid that her year started off with her and these accusations against the show. And we kind of now know that while she was going at Bravo, and Andy, that that whole time Greg was, sick and and dying. And, we then see Nene at the club, going at a patron who was upset that Nene did not like say happy birthday. And she then said, like, my husband's dying. And then like a couple, like the following week, not even a week later, Greg did pass away in October. We also seen Nene on interviews saying that she wanted to talk things out with Bravo. And I'm not very racist. So we've seen that whole thing. Then we've seen her out with Yanni. Okay. And they like, what? Is she dating? And she's fully dating. We then had, saying, oh, little boy down here, Temple Boy, who leaked photos of him and Nene, one in the bed, and two of them just hanging out or whatever. And I was like, what? Nene, for sure, had the most talked about year, because throughout the year, it was always something different. Her not being on Housewives anymore, her accusing them of being racist and all those things, her then asking to work things out, her then telling us that Greg was sick and dying. Greg died. And then 2 months after Greg was dead, we see her out dating people or whatever and stuff. Okay. I was like, I just, I don't know what to do. Greg, he seemed like such an amazing man. I agree. I got my second medicine. Yeah, my arm, it just started getting sore, right now, but I'm gonna leave that be. I like Nene, but sometimes she just talks too much and posts too much. I feel like Nene was dealing with Greg passing away, and that could have been a reason why she seemed so, I won't say out of control, but trying to make something be a moment. Because I feel like when you accuse someone of the things that you accuse Bravo and Andy them doing, you would have never then said, but I want to work things out. Because after Greg passed away, she even said how, she would be open to going back on the show. And that her and Andy, they seem to talk. Andy said, we are focused on season 13 or season 14. We're focused on the people who's on the show. Like, meaning I don't have time for Nene right now, even though Greg passed away. And I know a lot of people feel like Nene is trying to get herself back on the show by doing these antics of these men. And I was like, no. Okay. But I was like, it's just weird. They may have whiteballed Nene. Bravo was connected with so many channels. Maybe she can get with BT or on. I feel like Nene did herself a disservice in how she went about the accusations towards Bravo. I think when you do something like that, the other networks feel like, well, she can also do that to us. And sometimes it does not make them want to work with her. But I said before, Nene is a great talent. And it's a shame that she isn't on someone's television. But I also feel like Nene did that to herself. Not saying that Bravo could not be snakes in the grass. But Nene, in my opinion, was in this long enough to know there were snakes in the grass. And if she did not make her next move be her best move, that's on Nene. Nene was enjoying being head honcho as far as being the HBIC on Housewives of Atlanta. And once they kind of was like, okay, we don't really need you, she never had a plan B. And I think she felt like, because I'm Nene, the viewers will side with me. And she had to realize they did not. Some did. But many of us felt like Nene played her hand wrong. She should have been thought about what to do after Housewives, because she had been on there so long. Like Kandi. Kandi's next. Because Nene gone, Cynthia gone. Kandi been on this since season 2. I give Kandi maybe 2 more seasons, and they're going to get rid of her suit. So it's like, in my opinion, Nene did not help herself because she never thought about a plan B. I hope Nene doesn't go back to Housewives of Atlanta for any less than she was asked before. I don't want her back on the show. I feel like for her to go back, it doesn't make. No one's on the show who she even really is cool with. Porsha gone. She not cool with Kenya. Sheree's on there now. By the time she come back, I feel like she won't be back this season. When she come back, no one will be on there that she like connected to. So that'll just be weird. But that's her. Go ahead, get that back out younger than no. I am it. Yeah, she's been spiraling, and I feel like I see her now saying, "Yes, I don't want to do it. I don't," and it is not because I feel like she doesn't deserve the work. I feel like she has outgrown the show. So has Candy. Kenya maybe has 2 more seasons. I think they are smart to bring in new people, and because what else is there left to see from them? Nothing. Okay. But they want to always keep on some kind. They need to bring back Eva. Bring back Eva. Let her be a real. But Eva would have to bring it for real, for real. Like not no fake. No, bring it for real, and get a whole new era of Housewives of Atlanta. Other than that, girl, bye. Without Greg, I don't see the point. When Greg was the fact that Greg passed away and there wasn't even a notion to do like even a special in remembrance of Greg, I felt like that meant Nene, they do not want you back on the show. Nene, you need to figure out how to get a show on a different network that's about you. If you can't do that, then figure out something else. But I do not think the thing for her to do is Housewives of Atlanta. She needs something different. Okay, but that's just me. Yeah, bring back Shamari. Right? Eva not pregnant, not pregnant Eva. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, it's been so much foolishness, and now that she's out here dating, Yoni, because this was he was a plaything. He was a sex friend. That's all that was. Okay, she seems to be really dating him because that's what she's showing attention to on social media or whatever, and that's what it is. So I don't mind the fact that Nene moved on like 2 months after Greg passed away. But we know now it's probably more than that. Because I still feel like Nene and Greg had an agreement that I'm dying. You're going to be without me. And so you need to start moving on now because I can't even really be there for you as a husband as much. I really feel like in the end, it was like a caregiver and patient, and not at all saying that they didn't love each other because I think they did for sure. But the dynamic of their union changed. And at the end of the day, they were having issues before now. So I think Nene did what she was supposed to do, was she stood by her husband until he died. Because had she left him, it's like, why would she do that? So I'm like, let it be. Claudia could come back too. I'm not mad at Claudia, but again, I would want Claudia, Eva, and Shamari to come back, and I don't want no fake fugazi-ness. Eva, to me, each season was fake fugazi because she was pregnant and she did not want to fully be who she was. I think the only way to bring her back is if she fully is invested in being on the show. But I still feel like Nene doesn't have a place now because the show is a bit younger with, newer people. And again, Nene will come back and be like, I'm the HBIC. And I don't think the show needs an HBIC, in my opinion. But other than that, y'all, those are my top moments, okay, of 2021. Someone asked the little calendar thing. I have that too. Okay. So this was the whole calendar of this year. The man who represented himself, I didn't care. The track star girl, not that I didn't care, but I was like, whatever. I didn't really want to touch on anything else from this year. Even though that lady marrying her godfather was nasty, that's on them. But again, a lot happened in 2021. I am excited for 2022. I will be live tomorrow around 4:30. That's if I don't feel sick or whatever. I hope I don't. I hope y'all enjoyed my year. Oh my God. My year ends year review. I do them every year. And we had a good time, the conversations or whatever. And I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to go. I have to watch Love and Hip Hop. So that review will probably be out tomorrow morning. I want to wish everyone, yes, my 40th birthday is January 16th. So yeah, we have a panel show on the 13th, so that will be my birthday live on the panel. Then I'm going to also have a live on my actual birthday on 16th. But yes, I'm turning 40 or whatever. It's like no, but yes. But I hope y'all enjoyed the recap of this year. I cannot wait to be back with the ladies on the 6th. I cannot wait to show y'all the content I have for my secondary channel. So do not forget to do the things that you're supposed to do. Y'all know y'all are supposed to subscribe, okay, to this and my other channel. Okay, make sure have y'all liked the video? Have y'all liked the video yet? Like the fucking video, okay? Subscribe to the fucking channel. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on everything. I will see y'all tomorrow around 4:30 for a gossip chat. And other than that, okay, we will talk later on about things around here. Stay safe, stay in the good mood, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Gotta go. Peace.